Well, when I was just learning about nutrition, I think the leading guru was a lady named Adele Davis, and I read her book and learned about tiger's milk and all that. Well, she's one of America's best-known nutritionists, and she advised people to, quote, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. Well, our next guest took that advice, and the results speak for themselves. Take a look.
Meet Tricia Cunningham. She lost over 100 pounds in 4 months. But it wasn't without a struggle. Ever since she was young, Tricia battled her weight. She tried every diet on the market, but she just couldn't shed those extra pounds. Then in August of 1999, she tried something new. Tricia ate a big healthy dinner for breakfast. She reversed her diet and kept off the weight. Now she'll show you how to reverse your diet too.
Tricia Cunningham is one of the authors of The Reverse Diet. With her is co-author of Nutritionity, Heidi Skolek, and was just delighted to have you ladies. You look wonderful.
Thank you. It's because we eat well and exercise.
That's what... Well, I am an advocate of that, so congratulations. Tell me, what did you do? So you started out, now you're gonna eat like a king for breakfast. Are you gonna have like steak and eggs, or what do you start breakfast with?
You can. I always say eat dinner for breakfast or breakfast for dinner, but you can eat typical breakfast foods for breakfast and typical dinner foods for dinner, but the portion sizes are just gonna be different throughout your day.
How much did you lose?
I lost over 150 pounds altogether in 9 months.
Come on, that's crazy. Did you really?
I did. I did.
Did you have all kinds of skin falling off of you, or did that tighten up?
I didn't. I didn't, and I attribute that to eating well, losing the weight nutritionally, and just basic walking. And youth. And youth, yeah.
I think youth makes a difference. If you're 50, you'll get some hanging skin. You've got this book, The Reverse Diet, and this thing has been very popular. I had to lose 20, 50, and 100 pounds or more by eating dinner. This is so simple.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a very simple concept, but it's also motivation. You have to have motivation, education, support, and skill building, and that's what Heidi and I have brought to the book and to the readers.
Well, Heidi, tell me about your background. What you've got all kinds of degrees and things.
Well, I'm a nutritionist.
All right.
And I think what happened is when I met Trish and understood her journey, you know, it was such a powerful story, and she was so honest about it. I thought many people could relate. But what she did intuitively are things I already was doing in my practice with people that I work with. And the real crux of this is caloric distribution. So we know that breakfast skippers actually have higher body mass index than people who actually eat breakfast. And that when you distribute your calories more evenly throughout the day, you are more likely to have lower cholesterol. There's lots of other health benefits. Your insulin level is better. Your body composition is better. There's so many advantages. And so Trish did things from keeping a food journal to kind of recognizing high-risk times, you know, went through different phases, so it really helped her with maintenance, not just weight loss.
What about, you know, Dr. Cooper, I think, as I recall, was saying that your food you eat at dinner has a tendency to hang around a little bit longer, and those calories, could you talk about that? I mean, you eat breakfast and you've got all day to work it off.
Exactly. And it's really so that when you eat a lot at night, and I think what people do when they're trying to lose weight is they think about dieting during the day, and they use all this self-control, and then at night they eat dinner, and then they do refrigerator surfing afterwards. You know, they eat until they go to sleep. It interferes with sleep. They have higher cortisol levels. It starts again the next morning. They don't want to eat breakfast because they had so much at night, and they were fueling themselves to go to sleep. That doesn't really make sense. They're not burning anything. So when you eat the way Tricia recommends, what happens is that you can sleep better. You wake up hungry because you haven't overeaten at night, and you start your day ready to fuel yourself for the day ahead.
Tricia, you've got 3 phases. What are the 3 phases?
I do. The first one is the reverse diet. That's where you're going to lose the weight. And the bridge phase is where we show you how to start incorporating other foods into your diet and not feel that you have to diet anymore and you're restrictive. It's a little less restrictive. And then the last phase is reversing for life. It is not a diet. It is a lifestyle change.
What about these risk times?
The high-risk times? I tend to find that nighttime is the hardest, and that was for myself and for a lot of people that I've worked with over the years. Now, when you eat the big, medium, small throughout the day, those high risk times aren't as more apt to happen because they're not hungry. And we show you different points and things like that. If you're at a buffet or if you're at the holidays with people, we help you through all of that.
Yeah, I think high risk times is different for different people. It could be when you're tired. It could be when you're really angry at your spouse or when you're frustrated with your children and you tend to turn to food to satisfy some other frustration.
A lot of women do that, don't they? I hate to point the finger to women, but it was kind of like comfort food. I'm going to kind of get a big bowl of ice cream. And
And that's going to be like my time out. It's sort of like a safe vice, but there is repercussions to that.
Sure.
So it's kind of figuring out where your triggers are and what your high risk times, whether it's tired at the end of the day at work or when you're under pressure at work. You know, you need to kind of troubleshoot that.
The concept of eating like 6 small little things a day, is that good, or you guys just do 3 and that's it?
No, you know what, we allow for snacks throughout the day.
Yeah.
Myself, I got up this morning early, I had my first breakfast, then I had my snack, and then I will eat lunch, then I'll have another snack and have my dinner.
So it'll be like 5 or so.
But 3 main meals, and then you have the snacks in between.
All right, so what did you start with today?
This morning?
Yeah.
Heidi and I went to dinner last night, so I had a salad and chicken breast, and that was my...
For breakfast?
I put it in the refrigerator. That was what I had this morning. And a couple hours later, I had eggs and toast and some fruit.
You did?
Yeah.
How many hours between the one and the other?
Well, this morning was a little bit different. It was about 3 hours.
3 hours?
So.
And so you had eggs and toast after the chicken breast?
Yeah.
She was up early.
Yeah.
When did you do exercise with this?
I didn't, only because I didn't have time. That was my excuse. Of course, no excuses, only solutions. But a basic walking, running around, being a mom, working.
Okay.
So. The science would say that you don't have to exercise to lose weight because it does predominantly come from your diet. But we know for maintenance and for health, you want to lose weight to maintain your lean mass, to be strong and healthy. Weight loss is helpful. I mean, exercise is helpful. But you don't have to exercise to lose weight.
Well, now, tell me about how you feel. Do you feel fantastic?
Do
you?
Unbelievable. I have so much energy. Can you tell?
Yeah, I can tell. All right.
But I have a lot of energy. I don't get the old cravings that I used to. I just feel so much better about myself from the inside out. It isn't about those protective pounds that I kept on for so many years. And I'm so much more active and helping other people. It's just phenomenal.